Chase Thompson and Kyato Sato. This is the coming down to the money end of the competition with two riders in the water for 25-minute heats. This is exciting stuff, guys. Rider in red is Chase Thompson, and rider in yellow is Kyato Sato. These are two of the strongest competitors in this junior division down here on the Gold Coast for the Rising Series today. So let's see what they've got to offer. We can see fishing vessels coming in out the back. Another beautiful day. A little bit overcast, but such a magic day down here. It's very protected from the wind with point danger right behind us. There's a big sheer vertical rock face right behind us, which helps D-Bar be protected from the wind. And there he is, a big, it looks like a prawn trawler coming through there out the back. So we've got rider in red having a look early in the heat. Forward spin for Chase Thompson, trying to push over the section and get a roll. And a nice roll. Can he hold on to it? No, just got hung up a little bit. There's a little bit of wobble on the inside there because it does run onto quite a shallow sandbank. But first wave was Chase Thompson with a spin and a roll attempt on that one.
Really exciting stuff straight into this first junior semi-final. We'll see what those scores were, and good to see the boys getting straight into it. This one's an exciting matchup, isn't it? Chase and Kaito have both been surfing really well, two of the standouts of the event so far, and yeah, both deserve to be here in this semi-final.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's great that we've got two great competitors in one heat, but unfortunately one of them is going to get knocked out in this heat, and only one will go through to the next round. And both of them are my favourites, you know. Like, it's going to be sad to see one of them go. So it's going to be a really, really tough heat out there, these 25-minute man-on-man heats for the junior semi-final heat 1.
That's it. Kaito is about, I think he's 17, and Chase actually turned 17 yesterday. It was his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday for Chase Thompson yesterday. Now you can see Kaito's looking at this one. He's very patient out there. But Chase has grabbed it underneath, roll, takeoff, straight underneath the lip and landing on not a bad wave. Very crucial, very quick transition from the takeoff to the roll.
Yeah, keeping busy. 2.57 for that first one. He'll get awarded a score shortly. Just fixing his leash up on the sandbank there. It's all good. Chase-o, Kaito being patient, having a look, and he'll be waiting for those rights. He's been surfing so well on the lefts as well, but it looks like he's going to take off on this right. Let's see what Kaito, the man from Japan, can do. Really nice bottom turn coming into this section, and a nice projected roll with extended arms. That was a good section for Kaito Sato.
Now let's have a look at that replay. First up, we got Chase's wave straight under the lip and straight into a roll, landing nicely there. Very quick transition. And Kyato, you can see how he looks down the line. He really lines up the wave and looks for that section, and a nice roll with a nice arm extension on that one for Kyato Sato, a rider in red.
Yeah, definitely the most critical wave of the heat so far, and it looks like he's going to get out the back before Chase, so he'll regain that priority. 5.33. The judges love to see those really nice, clean, drawn-out bottom turns into those powerful sections, and they awarded him for it.
That's right, and he only needs a backing wave of a 0.58 to jump into first position, so that is definitely doable. Both of these riders are capable of getting high scores on the board. You know, there may not be 10-point rides today with the conditions, but definitely they're more than capable of pulling off multiple combinations and high-end manoeuvres and getting high scores on the board, both of these riders in the water.
That's it. Chase is going for his P plates on Monday.
Oh, fair income.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, so that'll be dangerous getting Chase fanging around, chasing waves on his Ps, but once you get your license, it just opens up a world of bodyboarding possibilities.
It does. He'll be cruising around, surfing some of the major breaks, and we've got some riders looking at this one. Some bit more size pushing through now, a little bit of a pulse and swell. We just need it to line up on those banks. Couple of riders looking. Kyato's currently in priority, and he's having a go at this one. A nice right-hander. He does like these right-handers, and they look good for the judges. A roll coming round, and a barrel, and another roll through the lip. Can he hold on to it? Oh, well done. Kyoto Sato, 2 rolls. Managed to like push right through the lip on that one. You can see how shallow it is. It's still mid-tide, but it does get very shallow on the inside.
That's a really strong second wave. Look at this. Nice bottom turn. Not straight up to the first section, but then he gets that and realizes he's not going to make it out of that barrel, so he has to roll out and successfully does so. I think the judges are going to award him for that, and that's really good surfing in the first 5 minutes with 2 mid-range scores. Oh, we'll see what this next score is, but I reckon it'll be up there as well in that mid-range. So kind of putting Chase in the hot seat here. He's needing probably to better both those scores he's sitting on, because Kaito's going to extend that lead here.
100%. That was so good, like how he'd rolled and straight into a barrel.
Yeah, really nice. Here's his replay here as we have the winner of the last heat coming to join us, but I'll just run us through that. See, first nice roll there and muscles his way through that second one. Let's get this microphone set up. So a bit of a lull right now. Ollie, how are ya?
Good yourself?
Good, how's that?
Oh, it was a lot funner than yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, you managed to find a few good ones, hey?
Yeah, definitely. On that right down there, it was like heaps of fun, yeah.
Yeah, were you watching your brother just before and taking some notes from his heat?
Yeah, I went out there and talked to him a bit about the banks and all that, and he said push more to the right or something, yeah.
Mate, clearly the twin instinct is working, because you're both back-to-back wins and now you're both in the final. How many heats have you guys shared together over your bodyboarding career?
Oh, too many. Jeez.
Do you have a tally of who's up, who's down?
We're literally tied last year at the club comps at the end. Like, all the results, they tied perfectly, like, which is so hard to do.
Yeah, right. And you're going to get him today?
Oh, hopefully, yeah.
That's the plan, yeah. So is there any other techniques that you're looking at? I mean, you probably don't want to give too much away for the other riders, but what's your goals for the next heat? Here we go. We got riders up and riding. Rider in yellow, Kyoto Sato currently in the front. Nice forward spin, and this wave's providing a bit for him with a nice section and a big roll off the top. Just landing on the whitewater, and also Chase Thompson up and riding straight away with a crucial section and a big clean roll out into the flats. 2 great waves from both of the riders out there with just over 17.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, bit of live action, but yeah, what was your question, sorry?
So yeah, what's your tactics? What are you planning for the next? You're just going to play it safe in the up and coming heats, or are you going to look at going a little bit more spectacular into the finals?
Yeah, I'll try and like build up my scores heaps of those big like stretched out rolls, and then I'm just going to try and like maybe do something a bit awesome.
Yeah, well, hopefully the wave will provide that for you. And both of you guys, the whole family's been doing really well with those nice rolls, nice clean rolls, multiple combinations. Seems to be working so far, yeah, for your scoring in your heats. So,
yeah, anything you want to say to people back home?
Oh, I really want to thank my parents for driving me up, and my sponsors QCD and DMC and D5 for like supporting me and everything.
Cool.
Really good.
Before you jump out the tent, tell us a little bit more about your board. What size board are you riding?
I think I was 42 and a half.
42 and a half? How tall are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Like...
Probably taller than me.
Yeah, probably like 6 foot.
Oh, you are taller than me. So 42 and a half, that's a good size. And and this was the bat tail as well.
Yeah,
we were talking about there's not a lot of riders that ride the bat tail. We've got rider in yellow. I'll just quickly jump into this. Kyoto. Oh, unfortunately, just getting a little bit of over rotation and catching his tail in the pocket under the lip there.
Well, big congratulations on that last heat, and best of luck in the final.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, well done. Congratulations.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, dude.
See ya. Yeah, some nice little bit of action there during that interview. Kaito, he bettered his score with that last left projected roll. He ended up getting a 6.83, so Chase has got to chase him down. And here was this replay during that interview. Big round roll, 5.67 for that one. And then this one could be the replay of Kaito's ARS attempt. Unfortunately, not landing it, bogging that tail a little bit. You really got to land those ones flat to pop out of them. And Kaito, he knows that well enough. He landed a really nice backflip yesterday on the left, and it's cool to see that he's throwing them on both ways, left and right.
Both of these riders are surfing really well, and you can see Chase completing good manoeuvres in crucial sections and amazing. Like that last replay then of Chase's wave was very crucial. Quick transition to a roll on a crucial section and landing very cleanly. At the moment, to me, it looks like Kieto's got the local knowledge. Surfing D-bar all the time. He's got a little bit better wave selection and getting a longer ride with a combination of manoeuvres, and it's working in his favour. Chase is definitely probably doing some bigger rolls on some of the waves, but unfortunately just not getting that combination. So at the moment, it looks like it's working in Kyoto Sato's favour. We've just around 14 and a half minutes remaining in the junior semi-final, Heat 1.
Yeah, some really strong surfing from the man from Japan, Kaito. Be interested to ask him about the waves in Japan and what are the kind of, if he's surfing beaches or reefs back there when he was growing up learning to bodyboard. And
Yeah.
because I know there's very strong bodyboard scene over there in Japan, and there's a number of Japanese riders on the IBC World Tour, particularly in the women's. There's a bunch of strong Japanese riders, and they've, a few world titles. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
They've been getting around for a long time. I'm talking to Kira Llewellyn, who was a previous world champion. She used to tour around with Brazilian and a lot of Japanese riders, Japanese female riders, and they were so strong in the water, you know, and they're so such a good attitude and so positive and such good community, you know, they're just absolute frothers out in the water.
Yeah, that's it. Kaito is just permanently emanating positivity. There was a funny moment. We just had the teams challenge a few weeks ago down in Port Macquarie, which is basically like all the bodyboard clubs in Australia get together and compete against each other in like a team setup event. It's a great event, one of my favourites. And Kaito, at the end of the day at the presentation, he won this award, and he jumped up on the table and was pumping his arms, and everyone was loving it. He was just so happy, and that was kind of the first time I met him, so it was really funny to see. But up and riding, speaking of him, Kaito Sato coming into a nice section here, and just getting a roll. Not as projected as some of his others, so I don't think it'll be adding to his score, but keeping busy nonetheless.
Here's the replay of Kieto's left-hander, the last wave he rode, looking down the line, trying to generate some speed and getting under that lip for a roll, pushing through the lip and landing out in the flats there for our Sun Zapper replay. With 12 minutes and 48 seconds remaining, Chase is having a look at this one. Kieto's sitting out in front with a 12.9. Chase Thompson in red has priority one position at the moment with a total score of 9. He's going to need a big 7.24 to jump back into first position and progress through to the next round.
Yeah, I wonder what's going through his head right now with such strong performance, both in his level of bodyboarding ability and his level of competition strategy yesterday, using his priority on a number of occasions. Right now on the right, paddling with two arms into this nice clean bottom turn, waiting for this section. He gets a roll really clean and projected, and another roll, and this is going to be really good for Chase Thompson. He needs a good score like that, and I think that's the best wave he's got so far.
I think so too. It's definitely going to better his second score of 3.33.
Run us through this replay, Dave.
Let's have a look at Chase's wave. Under the lip for that first roll. Nice roll there. Probably could have almost done a flip, and then tucking under the lip right in the pocket for a second roll, completing a two-roll combination on that last right-hander for Chase Thompson.
Chase, so good under pressure and plenty of time remaining in these 25-minute heats. It really makes a difference. And so now we'll see what this score comes through as the judges' scores filter through. Because right now he's needing a 7.24, but there we have 6.37. So now he's looking for a 6.54, more than achievable for young Chase.
That's not a bad score. Very close now between the two riders, with Kyoto on a 12.9 and Chase Thompson on a 12.04. So not much in it. With still 11 minutes remaining, anything can happen between now and then.
Very competitive here at D-Bar in the semi-finals of the junior men. Having a paddle here, we've got Kaito looking at that. He saw the right, he saw the bowl, but just not hitting the bank. And we're probably going to see those ones start to break a bit further out as we go into the low over the next 2 to 3 hours. And then we'll be able to basically finish the comp still on a pretty low tide. So it's going to be really exciting. It's good how the schedule's worked out, this event.
I think it was around 10:30, the low. So I'm not sure. I'm being a Sunny Coast rider myself. I'm not 100% sure how the banks work here. Like I said, because we had that cyclone, everything shifted around. But I know that low tide hopefully will generate some more barrels. And we got rider in red checking his scores, seeing his position at the moment, and as we said, there's not much in it. Chase Thompson only needs a 6.54 to jump into first position. Still 10 minutes remaining, plenty of time there.
Not a lot of wind, so I'd say that the riders are able to hear the beach announcer pretty well, and so yeah, he'll just be waving them down to figure that out. That's why I'll be waving back there, figure out what he needs, figure out what kind of risk he needs to take to get that score. But yeah, as we saw yesterday, Chase landed some really clean ARSs, and yeah, clearly no stranger to a right-hand bowl. And a bunch of free surfers paddling out in the rip, all the newie boys. Probably going up to the corner in Lovers to enjoy some of those little left-hand barrels that seem to get a lot better during the low tide. But in the heat in front of us, Kaito taking off on one. Is this one going to provide him with an end bowl? You can see it doubling up there on the inside, and it does. Nice roll. Probably not going to add to his score either. He's already got a lot more projection than that, so won't be improving his situation at the moment, but still he's been doing really well in sniffing out those bowls, especially the ones that double up on the inside there. And yeah, they're those classic D-bar bowls, which you've just seen videos after videos of people launching off over the years. And I really like the way he takes that kind of mid-high line and leans into it to just generate speed. And then, yeah, really consistently just landing those rolls. Chase having a paddle there, but that wave wasn't the one for him. Holding down priority now. He's going to want to use that really well, hoping that a set comes his way to, yeah, turn it into another scoring potential. Even all the quarterfinals here at the Rising Series Future Pros. Oh, hold up. Look at this thing just barreling. And he goes for the flip, lands, but doesn't manage to spin that ARS around. Nice landing, but real tricky. He kept the board flat, which is good. We've seen a few tails being bogged. Here's this replay, as you see, he just hits that ARS, goes around, and probably gets a bit bogged on that outside rail there. And he'll be frustrated at that because Kaito now has been gifted that priority to be able to maybe sit on Chase. Maybe not. We'll see how he decides to use it. But in a still quite a commanding position, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in this next 7 minutes here in D-Bar. A bit of rain out on the horizon. There's a dark looking cloud just spewing out into the ocean, and we've been seeing over the event heaps of whales as all the humpbacks are migrating north for the breeding season. And earlier today I saw a few whales doing some nice big breaches out on the horizon. It's interesting here, the whales seem to be a lot further out. Where I'm from in Sydney, the whales, the migratory route is a lot closer to shore, and so it's quite often, even sometimes I'll be surfing and whales will be coming within 50 metres, 100 metres, but maybe the migratory route up in this part of the coast is, yeah, just further out off the coast.
That might have actually been a whale watching boat going out there just now that we've just seen jump through the top of the screen. But yeah, they do come fairly close. They go as far as Fraser Island, which is probably about maybe 4 hours north of here. And usually they'll go into the bay of Harvey Bay, and it's a massive whale watching area there, and they'll turn around, do their thing breeding, and then head back south. So, but massive turnout today. Just having a look outside the tent, all the sponsors have lined up along the beach. We've got marquees everywhere. The guys down in the judges' tent are doing an amazing job as usual, and the beach commentators, Mitch Curtin and Dan Leyshon, one of our major sponsors for this event, are down there doing the beach commentary today, and they are pumped. Everybody was saying how refreshing it is to have them two on the microphone, and they're doing such a good job keeping the hype alive here on the beach with all the spectators lined up along the headland. So it's such a cool day, and on this final day of the Rising Series, City of Gold Coast Future Pros.
That's it, where we're sitting in the commentary booth. We can't quite hear them, but from what I heard yesterday is that they were cracking a few jokes throughout the day and keeping the vibes high and the community strong down here at Durham, and also people contributing to the vibe, who you can see on the screen. We got all of our wonderful sponsors: City of Gold Coast, Inverted Bodyboarding, Dan Leyshon, Sun Zapper, Pride, Lids Bodyboarding, Amazon Power, Acai, U-Riding, Surf Lakes, and Mantra on Salt Beach, which we have been staying at this weekend, and it is a lovely resort.
It is magic. I spent about 25 minutes in the spa last night until I turned into a prune.
getting those muscles nice and relaxed.
That's right. Yeah, it was a big day yesterday. A lot of time in the tent here, a lot of talking in the tent. And, yeah, it was an absolutely perfect day working here with Joey down at the Rising Series, the IBC Rising Series. It was such a great day working alongside Joey.
Yeah, it was good fun. A lot of talking yesterday. We ran it maybe 2 or 3 hours longer than we first expected, but I'm glad we did because it's really going to benefit how the competition goes today, and especially with the tidal movements. But yeah, we were a bit frazzled by the end of the day, just having talked about 8 or 9 hours straight, but we'd love to do it back and ready to go today.
It's a big day, yeah. And some of the previous events, I've pretty much been stuck in here by myself, but I've had a bit of help from people like Ben Wells. Here we go. Rider in red, there was almost a split peak that one, but unfortunately just crumbled along that bank. The left looked all right, but Kyoto didn't like the look of it and just let that one go. With only just 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, Kyoto is still out in front with that 12.9, and Chase only needs a 6.54 to jump into that first position. It's down to the remaining 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. And we can just see the riders for the next heat, Ocean, Mackenzie and Bodie Huggin just getting in the water now, and that is going to be a really exciting semi-final coming up in the next 4 minutes. Both of them have been surfing incredibly consistently as well, and Ocean already having done pretty well in his other semi in the cadet, so 2 divisions, many heats for the man from the Central Coast.
It's massive, yeah. So out here now is semi-final, heat number 1, but check out the action coming up next for semi-final, heat number 2 with Ocean Mackenzie and Bodie Huggin. Here we go. We've got Kyoto looking at this one, currently sitting in priority, and he's going to let it go and let Chase have this one. Chase, not a bad wave, under the lip. Nice barrel section and a completed ARS. Oh, wow. He's claiming it. What a spectacular maneuver. We need to see more of these. Look at that. He's claiming it. He's so happy. Young man Chase Thompson in second position. Let's see what the judges offer him for that.
How is the action here at D-Bar in the final minutes of this heat? Kaito just getting these 2 really good waves right at the start of his heat, and Chase not giving up and slowly fighting back. And oh, look at this replay, double arm paddle, make sure he gets into that with speed. Really nice line here and hits the critical section, stomps that, crosses his legs and rides around. See him just grabbing his board there, and how's the fist pump? He's happy with that one. He's looking for a 6.54.
Let's see what the judges drop for that. That's going to make it real close with only 2.5 minutes remaining in the heat. It's going to make it tricky for Kyoto. Here he's looking at this one.
Paddling in, Kaito Sato taking off. A lot of speed into this, and let's see what he can do. Goes for an ARS of his own, but can't quite get that one around. And we're still waiting for these scores for Chaser's last wave to drop in. So it's going to be really exciting to see what happens. Let's look at this replay of Kaito.
Here we go, Kyoto, Ryder and Yo scooping around this one, looking for an ARS on this one as well. I know what he's like as a rider. He's always looking for those crucial maneuvers. He's like right on the buzzer. That's how he competes. He just keeps going right to the very end, and he's always looking for those crucial maneuvers right at the end of the heat just to strengthen his position. At the moment, he's in front, but we'll wait for Chase's scores to drop with his last completed ARS on that beautiful right-hand wave down here at D-Bar this morning.
Yeah, in this pointy situation of the competition, the judges are going to take their time to make sure that they make the correct call. And wow, look at that situation change in the final minutes here. Little wave, little roll there for Kaito, but Chase dropping a 7.17 for that amazing ARS that he landed. And wow, how is the action, Dave?
That is amazing. Like, it's worth attempting those more crucial maneuvers on days like today. The judges are definitely going to reward it. And as we can see here, it's jumped Chase into the lead. Here's the replay again of Chase's wave, pushing into it, scooping down the line. Nice face on it, nice section. And an ARS right over the top of the lip and landing on the flats. He is very happy. Look at Chase, currently out in front with only 45 seconds remaining. I'm not sure if Kato can pull something out there. Is he still out? He's paddling out slowly. He might be a bit bummed with only 30 seconds remaining. He's looking over his shoulder. There's no waves on the horizon for Kyoto. What an upset for Kyoto, but congratulations to Chase with only 30 seconds remaining. Well deserved. You can see how hungry Chase has been out in the water, and he was just going for those big maneuvers, and that crucial ARS there on that last wave definitely benefited him with a total score of 13.54, putting him out in front. Kyoto on a nice little one at the end, going for an ARS, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Incomplete maneuver.
Wow, and that is it. Chase moving on to the final, and what an exciting heat